Woof! Hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. That's right, an episode. An official, on-the-record episode being recorded live on Twitch. But a recorded episode 818. This is episode 2 of Season 9, if you can believe it, because we've only been streaming it so far, which is a point of conversation I think I would like to have if I have time today about this old chestnut, about this old series, what it is, where it's going, what we're doing with it, the platforms it exists on, it doesn't exist on. You know. He doesn't know, and nor does he care. But yeah, we're continuing west here in Farlands or Bust. Hopefully you've been able to tune in on YouTube or on Twitch to the live streams. They're all there. You haven't missed anything, but they are kind of not this standard format. They're also not podcasts, which, if you're one of like the 40 people who regularly and perhaps only listen and stay up to date with Farlands or Bust via the podcast, then it's still going on. You gotta believe me. And maybe you want to try out watching the streams more, because if you stopped watching because of the jitteriness, it's actually gotten better, according to multiple sources. It's a bigger jitter, but it's less frequent. So it gets... Oh, what did you... What? Oh gosh, I got so many... We're planting a forest. Less painful. There, that's a good word. That's 2 words, actually. It's less painful. So perhaps you wanna swing by and check out the video version, and see what you're missing. See what you're missing. All that is totally different and unique in the last 10 years. Like this pig. And the Wolfie not killing that pig. There he is. Got him! How about that one? Oh! Oh no! Oh, okay. That pig... No, was that pig dry? No, that pig was not dry. Alright. Well, that was exciting. But yeah, continuing on, this is episode 818, coming out on Sunday, June 6th, 2021, which I've been reminded via my patron Discord is the 10-year anniversary of Farlands or Bust. Now, wait a minute, you say. Wasn't that in March? True. But June 5th, which is the day we're recording this on, 2011, was the first time we named it Farlands or Bust, and was the, I suppose, unveiling of the charity aspect. We were raising money for Child's Play charity, but it was the unveiling of the charity aspect of Farlands or Bust. And of course, Wolfie came around on episode 32. So, I don't know what date that was, but Wolfie's about to be at least 10 years old. But yeah, we started out raising money for Child's Play charity. We're raising money for Rise Above the Disorder, RAD. Last month, May, was Mental Health Awareness Month, but we're still raising money for RAD. We're up to $737.15. Thank you, everybody who continues to donate via the Tiltify. Helping out that cause and getting me some questions, perhaps. Things to talk about. I guess that's... Here's one of the things that's been on my mind. Is like, I haven't... Like, listen. I know that everybody's kind of... What's the word I'm looking for? reserved. In like, it's been a long years, many years this past year. And there have been a lot of charity things that everybody's been giving to, like even well, we got to explore this now. Ah, Wolfie! Whoa, ho! You noodle! Almost ran face first right into this cacti. Go on, get it. So I felt perhaps like streaming would have encouraged more donations to the charity, but there's also that aspect. And there's also the aspect that I've been answering. Ooh, I'll take that. I've been answering the charity questions live on stream, which maybe I shouldn't have done. Maybe I should save them for these episodes, because I don't have anything. I don't really have anything for these episodes. This episode. I mean, this is the second episode, but of the season. So it's just one of those like, oh, everybody's kind of tapped out with the charity thing, and at the same time, it feels like not only do y'all donate to the charity, but you also, like, I am solely funded by Farlanders and fans, whether it be mostly Twitch now or Patreon. Like, that's how I live too. So I never want to like try to make people feel bad for not supporting either the charity or the stream or the series or myself. That's never the point. And which is why I don't want to like withhold things for charity milestones. Get feelings bad upon all of you now. But that's also maybe why I don't why our charity fundraisers. Did I pick up Wolfie? No, yeah, I did. Thought I left him back at the spawner. That's why I don't maybe our charity fundraisings are a little bit slower than perhaps the other charity marathon formats in gaming lately. I don't know. It's been on my mind. And I even opened this season talking about things like, what is Farlands or Bust anymore? Like, it's still Farlands or Bust, but like, where does it live? The episodes are nice and comfortable, but also rely on a lot more engagement, I suppose is the word, from myself to keep talking and talking and talking, as opposed to the streams are more casual and interactive with chat. But then again, then they perhaps feel less important, don't they? Like, they shouldn't, and they don't, but they do. So it's a weird transitory situation I think we're in right now. And it's all on me. I don't like, it's on me to figure out. I want to keep doing this, but it's on me to figure out an entertaining and sustainable way to keep on with it. Maybe, like, one of my thoughts, I know we just talked about it's the 10-year anniversary of starting to raise money for charity through Farlands or Bust. Maybe focus less on the charity. Like, doing it for so long now, that even feels bad. But if that's not being the source of focus, I suppose, the source of interest even in the series isn't in the charity anymore, then maybe I don't know, maybe it shouldn't be in the forefront. I don't know. I don't know. I truly don't know. I'm just spitting balls around here is all I'm doing. Seeing what noodle sticks to the tile, as I just made up right now. So yeah, I don't know. And it has nothing to do with rad. I mean, all of our, like, I do like mixing up the charities a lot more than, like, staying with the same charity for years and years and years. But, yeah, I just feel it's the timing, it's the gestures at everything, and it's also time for me to sleep. And awakeness. Woof. Continuing on. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, certainly feel free to give your 2 cents. But then again, at the same time, like, YouTube is weird. So, like, I don't particularly... I mean, I'll browse through the comments on, like, the first day after releasing a video. But generally they don't respond to my in-video queries anyway. So it's really, yeah, is this another spawner? I think it is. Do I have enough blocks to do anything about it? Oh! Don't go over there, Wolfie. Not really. I can grab this gravel. I was just about to be like, who put up that torch? It was me. Like, literally moments ago. So yeah, I don't know. I'm yeah. That, I mean, it's also coincides with, like, not really having very many video games to play on Twitch, and, like, feeling in a bit of a lull thanks to that as well. So this whole scenario. But anyway, that, yeah. I hope y'all are still enjoying. I mean, the vast majority of people who will end up... Oh! Okay. This is going to take a little bit longer than I had previously expected. Watch it not even be a spawner. Huh. That's not how that works. Didn't I do this once before? I'm basically just turning all the source blocks off around the perimeter here. But then I'm also filling in the bottom with gravel, which is perhaps not the best use of my time. And then there's this whole middle section that I have to deal with. I'm an expert. I've done this once or twice before. There's no easy way to take on a spawner. Whoops. these all still source blocks? You just swim down and open the chests? But that would be dangerous. I could drown. Or die. By drowning. Alright, is that all of them? That should be all of them. Got him. Finally. Okay. It is indeed a spawner. The skeleton. We did hear skeletons, didn't we? I suppose that would have given it away. Okay, that is not. Neither is that. I'll be able to make so many arrows. Is this one of these famed no chest spawners? Uh-oh. Don't want none of that. Ah! Is it one of these famed one chest spawners? I hate him, I truly do. All that work for a single chest? There better be a golden apple in here. Ah, oh, dang it. I mean that's not a bad amount of iron, I suppose, but that is no golden apple. I destroy you for your crapulence. I slowly destroy. There you go. Oh. Alright, that was interesting. I now have 12 flint. If I kill a bunch of zombies, I can make more arrows, I suppose. Because that's where feathers come from. Zombies. Nature is amazing. Oh, man. We did get some donations since the last, I suppose, stream. Rental Pillow donated very generously. Says, I've been watching since the early days of Flob. You mean like 10 years ago, when we first started calling it Farlands or Bust? And have tuned in for all of the Kerbal craziness, Tomb Raider nostalgia, and Spin Tires hilarity. Hilarity? I suppose, if you're not the one experiencing the sadness and the soul-crushing. Thank you for everything and all the work you put in your videos. Videos? What videos? Keep it up. Thank you very much, Rental Pillow. Much appreciated. Speaking of weird, I remember, like, earlier this year and late last year, I said I was just going to upload Farlands or Bust to my YouTube channel. I figured it doesn't matter anymore. So I also, like, feel bad since I've said that, and I, like, am not highlighting every single game I've ever played and making a list of it. Like, some of the games we play when the VOD expires, it's, like, gone forever. And it's like, oh, I remember some funny moments in that one, but now it's gone forever. So, like, I feel like some new videos, some new games that I feel are worth remembering, I'm putting up on the YouTube. Like, I just published a playthrough of Nuts. Nuts was an experience that perhaps needs to remain. And I gotta get. I mean, I was in front. I was in front of the Power Wash Simulator bandwagon. There wasn't even a wagon yet. It was just me by myself in the band. So I'll be putting up my Power Wash VOD on the YouTube. Not Lumberjacks Dynasty. That one, I've already lost enough Twitch subscribers and followers from playing that. We don't need to scare everybody away from YouTube as well. No, I think like the one-off, like, we finished this in a day. I think those sorts of games are probably good for just uploading a VOD. Doesn't require a lot of editing or highlighting or coming up with thumbnails and things like that. Simple, easy. Indeed. House. The majestic truffle pigs? Majestic? Magnificent? There's something. I don't know if that one was interesting, but was it memorable? I don't know. Maybe I should do my landing confirmed. If the original VOD still exists for that one. Probably. That I feel is good YouTube fodder. That's the land the SpaceX booster around all the crazy mazes and moving obstacles and things. And awakeness. I almost forgot that I wasn't streaming, and I almost didn't snore. Like I just jumped right in. I didn't even say, and you know, in the morning. The Mindcrack charity UHC VODs. I've saved all of those except the last two. I feel the last two, from my perspective, were a bit of stinkers. So I don't know that I need to save the most recent. Charity UHCs. I'm sure there are more interesting perspectives to have been had. Careful, Wolfie! I mean, again, this all came about when I was talking about, like, oh, like I do have, like, all the VODs of, not all of them, but the important VODs of cutting the planet in half in Astroneer. And, like, that's the sort of thing that I, like, get into my head that, like, oh, if I edit this, you know, down and make it tight and consumable, this is the sort of thing that'll take off on YouTube. Everybody wants to see a Astroneer planet cut in half, but no, like the amount of time to put into that versus what would actually you can't will things to being viral. It usually ends up being Sinking Simulator or whatever. You know, the things you don't expect. So what was I saying? Oh, Wolfie needs some of these pigs. Or the PUBG pacifist win. Right, yeah, like that I figured, oh, that's gonna get like 2 million views. I don't think... I'll have to check, and maybe one of you in chat can check right now. But even 10 years on, I don't think I have a single video on my channel that has ever reached 1 million views. Like, the hundreds of thousands, yes. I don't know that that's bad or anything, but it seems like everybody else I know has that one viral thing, video perspective, or like series that they came up with that took off and that like has over 1 million views. But I am just mildly adequate. None of this diamond hands to the moon. Yeah, yeah, weirdly, I don't know why people all want to view the mission to the North Pole in Kerbal Space Program. It's the most not Kerbal Space Program thing ever. I think that one benefited from back in the day. YouTube was preferring to show people longer videos, longer duration videos. And that one just rose to the top of that algorithm change really quickly. I don't know why. You can't figure it out. I mean, yeah, who knows? Who knows? I'm not the idea man here. Anonymous, with their donation, does have a question. And they ask, speaking of Mindcrackers and UHCs and stuff, ever thought of doing co-op or versus GeoGuessr with some other Mindcrackers? Thank you, Anonymous. I know Good and Jsano, again, have been uploading VODs of them playing GeoGuessr. That's just a hard game. Period. No, that's just a hard game to co-stream. Because in order to do it, like, either competitively or whatever, like, you can't talk about what you're looking at or the clues that you have. So I've noticed with Goods and Jsano's videos is that, like, they're not saying the things that I'm used to saying, where I'm like, oh, look, it's that flag, I see it, or that language right there, or that says the name of the town over. Justin and Cheeb have been doing it. Cheeb, Chibly. I see that and I think of Cheeb and not Chib. Cheeb. What I do want to play with friends is Garlic Phone, as I've been calling it. Gartic Telephone, which is the telephone. It's the telephone game. It's the it's Pictionary with the telephone game. It's the building game in Minecraft by Seth Bling, but with drawing. And not in Minecraft. On the internet. That's something I'd like to get a group together to play with. Actually, it's the girlfriend who wants to play. But I'm responsible. Because I'm the only one who has online internet friends. So who's with me? Careful, Wolfie. Ah! Like, that sort of thing would be fun. Like, I even like I kind of wish that the Thursday night crew wasn't a Thursday night thing. Like, I wish, like, even though I hated it and uninstalled it, like, the Trials crew, they'll play Wreckfest sometimes, but they always find weird and interesting, like, large party games. I mean, they play the drawing Gartic Phone game too. Or even like Codenames. I've never played Codenames with anybody. I would enjoy that content as well. But I'm literally the last person who would go about organizing or corralling such a thing. So yeah, Jackbox is kind of, I suppose, the formal suit and tie version of all these things. I mean, Jackbox has kind of a drawful sort of drawing game that's similar. I don't even know if I have Jackbox. I think it was free on Epic one time, so I claimed it, but I don't know that I've ever even, like, used it or installed it. But no, that's the sort of thing that would be enjoyable. I mean, like, I know I was talking to Cone, and, like, even he's like, I'm just kind of really depending on the city's skyline things with Arcus, and, like, the rest is just, like, his usual thing. Like me. He's a guy like me. I'm a guy like me. I'm like, well, I'm just kind of depending on some weird, interesting, noodly game to come out to play. Otherwise, it's either Farlands or bust, or losing viewers with Lumberjack Dynasty. Or breaking my brain with GeoGuessr. Like, that's like my only, I don't have other things. I don't have anything. So yeah, this has been a real positive episode. But yeah, no, it is positive. I mean, we've 10 years we've been raising money for various charities. We've raised over, what is the number at now? $460,000 total raised for charity through Farlands or Bust. That's crazy. That's nuts. That's banana plants. And so what if there's a little bit of a charity lull right now? So what that maybe there's not as much virality, viewership, algorithm preference in the YouTubes and on the platforms. Although in today's XKCD comic, there's a Flob reference. There's a reference to Flob. So perhaps the search term tides will turn in my favor. You know, getting that big celebrity, internet celebrity name drop. I tweeted about it, but I mean, so if you already saw my tweet, then you know what I'm talking about. But I'm famous. Yeah, it's totally exactly what you think it is, and a legitimate mention and reference. So yeah, how do I end these as episodes? It's been over a month since I've done an episode. We've just been streaming. Farlandsorbust.com, that's a website I still have. I'm still paying for that domain and web space, don't you know? That's where you can learn all about the series. Also, find links to donate to our current charity fundraiser. As well as other links to other various parts of the Farlander internet universe. And we'll see you next time. The next time will probably be a stream, but there's going to be another episode there at some point. You never know. Keep guessing. You never know. I'm unpredictable. So unpredictable, I'm gonna speak out the same exact outro I've been using for the past 8 years. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that.